So it's Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2020. So I created a video the other day in response to the coronavirus about the Footy and how it's shutting its doors and the Footy players will have to play to a closed stadium. My bad. I should have done my research. Yes, I should have done my research. I guess probably part of me hasn't done my research for a couple of different reasons. One, I've only just started to sleep again. I've managed to combat anxiety of some other things that are going on, and I've just started to sleep again. And I guess I really haven't wanted to fully understand the full scope of just exactly what the virus means for everyone. So I certainly didn't mean any offense, but thank you to everyone who's actually commented. You actually helped me do a little bit of my own research. You don't want things to change, because when they do change, you know that things aren't okay. And for them to have to change so seriously and actually close the doors so that the Footy players can't play to a stadium, that probably was a bit full on. And just the scope of that, I was like, huh? And honestly, it certainly sounds like, again, I appreciate everyone's response. So I guess my question is, or my comment rather is, they probably shouldn't have opened round one to the spectators full stop. And maybe they need to seriously look at whether the whole season should be canceled, instead of giving people a little bit of false hope, because giving people false hope actually sets them up for more disappointment. And I guess because I have dealt with a lot of contextual anxiety, complicated grief, and just a whole range of different things over the last 5 years, more anxiety is certainly something that I didn't want to face, didn't want to actually stare in the eye. And I've already been living a life of reasonable isolation, living on a boat without a car. And on top of everything else, I was but I was looking very much forward to my niece, seeing her again on the Sun Princess, who was going to come in, the ship was going to come into Airlie in April, and I was going to be able to see her again and have a little early birthday celebration with her. And of course, that's now off as well. But I mean, I know I'm certainly not the only one who's having to deal with cancellations and things. I'm feeling for friends that I know that went overseas and their trip was canceled and they've had to come home. And look, without understanding the full ramifications of the virus, I have been praying, and I will continue to pray. I guess, again, I didn't realize the significance of it and the seriousness of it. I don't think anyone really wants to appreciate just how severe things could become. So I'm going to put together a video response. I'll edit it and I'll post it and I'll share it. And again, I can completely understand and appreciate that the isolation is required. And I obviously will totally and completely respect that. And I'll get stuck back into some of those little projects that I have procrastinated and not really done anything with. And for now, Peter and I will stay at Airlie until we have a better grasp as to where we should go from here, or until, again, the isolation has been lifted. And I'm certainly praying that they come up with an antidote to this horrible virus sooner than later, and continuing to pray for the safety and the wellness of all that are affected currently, and that no one else will be affected in a severe way that causes and brings about death. Thank you, though, to those that have responded. And yes, the next time I post a video, I will make sure that I do my due diligence and I will do my research in its entirety before I cast an opinion.